Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are safe at your home. So, in the previous video, we started our seventh chapter, that is getting to know plants. So, let's quickly recap what we studied in that chapter. We studied about different types of plants that are herbs, shrubs, and trees, climber and creepers. So, we studied about them that herbs are very small plants, shrubs are that taller than the herbs, and they are not that much tall. So tallest herbs or plants are known as trees. They are having strong stem. Their stem is very thick and they have many branches. So herbs, shrubs, and trees, climbers that climb up with the help of others. They are having very thin, or we can say weak stem. So they are climbers. Creepers that creep on the ground, that spread on the ground, they are also having weak stem. And we studied about different types of roots. We studied about taproot and fibrous root. So we studied root system and shoot system. So what was root system? That part of plant which is under the soil, that remains under the soil, is known as the root system. As you can see in this picture, this is the root system and the other one is the shoot system. So in the plants, two parts are there, root system and the shoot system. We studied in root system, two types of roots are there, taproot and the fibrous roots. Taproot and we studied the roots function also, taproot and fibrous roots. So taproots are what? Taproots are roots that looks conical in shape, or we can say that is having one main stream, one main root, and others are the primary roots. Other are secondary, and this one is the main root, and these are lateral roots, and the main root is the center one. So these types of roots are known as taproot. Examples of plants having taproot are rose, pea, radish, carrot, and many more are there. And in the case of this, after this taproot, fibrous root was there. Fibrous root means they are having a bunch like in the base. As you can see, they are forming a tuft here. They are forming a tuft on the roots, means a single root is not there. So these types of roots are known as fibrous roots. So this much we have already studied. Now today we will study about the shoot system. Shoot system means part of plant that remain above the ground level. That is known as the shoot system. So in the shoot system, we will study the main part of the shoot system, that is the stem. Stem is known as the backbone of the plant. Yes, it is known as the backbone of the plant because it is the most important part of the plant that holds the whole plant. So today we will study about the stem. So stem, it is the main part of the shoot system. It is main part of the shoot system. It is usually located above the ground and bears the branches, leaves, bud, flower, and fruits. So all these fruits, leaves, birds, flowers, all these are present on the stem only. So through stems only they go from one here to there. It forms the backbone of the shoot system. This we have studied. Now, what are the functions of stem? We will study the functions of stem. The first function is it keeps the plant upright. It helps the plant to stand upright. As you can see in the case of climbers and creepers, their stem are not that much strong. So the plant cannot upright. So they just creep or crawl on the ground. But when the stem is strong, they can upright easily. So stem help to upright the plant. Next is it helps in transportation of water, mineral, and food to all the other parts of the plants. As we have studied in case of roots also, that root provide nutrient to the plant. So through what it transport through the stem. As roots are present on the ground, so they cannot go up to all parts to give this minerals to plant. So what happens, through the stem only the transportation process happens. So in this stem, two things are there, xylem and phloem. Two things are there, this we are already discussed. If you don't know, just watch the previous video. Xylem and the phloem, P-H-L-O-E-M, phloem. Xylem and phloem are two uh, tubes that are present inside the stem, through which water and minerals are transported through water and mineral. WM, water and mineral are transported through the xylem, and food is transported from leaves to all parts of the plant through the phloem. As you can learn it like this, two are there, WM, they are opposite of the W and M. Water and minerals are transported from roots to all parts of the plant. And food, phloem, food, F sound is coming in phloem also, and food. So food is transported through the phloem tissue to all parts of the plant. Where food is prepared? Food is prepared through the leaves, by the leaves. So from the leaves, it is transported to whole parts of the plant. Now we will study about the leaf. Leaf are the flat green structure present on the stem and branches of the plant. As we know, this is rainy season. If you will see around you, you will find all greenery. This greenery is due to what? This greenery is due to the green color of the leaves. So what are leaves? Leaves are the flat and green structure present on the stem and branches of a plant. Now we'll study about different parts of the leaf also. As you can see, parts of the leaf, this is a leaf. Now in this leaf, from this to this top, we'll study what it is. Now here you can see this part, we'll start from here, from the tip. So this part of the plant, this part of the leaf, as you can see in this diagram, I'll make it more clear. Okay. So this part of the leaf is known as this part which is attached to the stem, which is if this is a stem and this leaf is attached to this. So this part of the leaf, this part of the leaf is known as petiole. It is known as petiole. What it is known as? It is known as the petiole. Okay, now it is clear in the image also. I'll mark it for you. It is the petiole. This pink one is the petiole that is attached to a stem. And this center line that is going from here to the end, is it clear? From here to the end, the center is there. So mid is there. Okay, middle part. So mid rib, it is known as the mid rib. What it is known as? It is known as the mid rib. I'll mark with purple color in the this picture. This is known as the mid rib. Okay. Now lamina. What is lamina? Lamina means this green part, whole green part of the plant. This whole part of the plant, this leaf is known as lamina. Whole surface of the leaf is known as lamina. It will include all the midribs and veins also. Now what are veins? As you can see these lines here, can you see these lines? These lines are known as veins. As veins are present in our body also, similarly in a leaf, veins are clearly visible. As you can see in this one, veins are these. Now in the picture it is shown by the, I'm showing them by the red, this green color. These black structures on the leaves, present on the leaves, they are known as veins. So this is all about the leaves. So let's quickly recap. Starting from here, this part which is attached to the stem is known as the petioles. This center line is known as the midrib, and the whole surface of the leaf is known as the lamina, and these structures in the leaf or these drawings on the leaf are known as veins. Okay, is it clear? Now you just take out a leaf and you can read all the parts. You can mark all the parts easily. Now after this, venation. We will study about the venation. As you can see in on this leaf, just see the leaf, this one. I'll make it more clear. Okay. Now in these both two leaves, can you see this some difference are there? That leaf, the picture on this screen, the picture on this screen, its veins are, as you can see, its veins are merged from each other. They are coming out, so many are there, and not a symmetric pattern is there. But which I am holding, as you can see, they are symmetrical, they are parallel. One this one means they are they are parallel to each other. One vein is parallel to the other vein, and in that one, as seen in the image, it is not parallel. They are going from here to there. No symmetry is there, nothing is there, no parallel thing is there. So on the basis of these only, leaves are, this is known as venation, means this structure of veins or structure of veins on the leaf are known as venation. The arrangement of veins on the leaves is called the venation, and venations are of two types: parallel venation and the reticulate venation. Okay, so what is parallel venation? When the when there is a parallel pattern on the leaves, on the veins, if there is a parallel pattern on the veins, if the veins will show parallel pattern, means if I'll draw something for you, a leaf for you. If this is a leaf, okay, and this is the midrib, and these are veins. If these veins are like this, means they are parallel to each other. This venation is known as the parallel venation. This venation is known as the parallel venation. And if this is another leaf, this is the midrib, and these are the veins. Now if veins are like this, they are going from here to there, no common pattern is there, many structures are coming out from here and there, so these types of venations are known as reticulate venation. Okay, so means this one is parallel venation and this one is the reticulate venation. Is it clear? Parallel venation and reticulate venations are two type of venation that we can see on the surface of a leaf. Now let's quickly recap what we have studied, because revision is very important. Okay, so we studied about what we studied. We have studied about the shoot system. Shoot system is what? Just repeat with me. Shoot system is the part of the plant above the ground level. So that part is known as shoot system. And in a plant, how many parts are there? Two parts are there. Two main parts are there: root system and the shoot system. Shoot system contain all the branches, stem, leaves, fruits, and all are included in the shoot system only. But in the root system, only roots of the plants are included. Now we studied about the stem. We studied this, that it is the main part of the shoot system, and it is usually located above the ground and bears the branches, leaves, fruits, vegetables and all. It forms the backbone of the shoot system. It is the backbone of what? It is backbone of the shoot system. Stem is the backbone of shoot system. Is it clear? Okay, now next, stem, function of stems. What is the use of stem? Stem is the stem help to keep the plant upright, means with the help of stem only the plant can upright, it can stand straight. It helps in the transportation of water, mineral and food. And this we studied that water and minerals, Wm, are transported through the tissue known as xylem, X. Two things are transported through, one, two, xylem. And the next one is food is transported through food, phloem, F sound. So food, phloem, food. So food is transported through the phloem tissue. It is present in the stem. Now we studied about the leaf as we have studied. Okay, just let's do a quick revision what we have studied in the leaf. So just repeat with me. What is this? This part is what? It is attached to stem. If this is a stem, it is attached to stem. So what is this part? Yes, this part is what? This part is petiole. Very good. Now this part, this center line is what? This is the midrib. Yes, very good. Now what is this green part? Whole green part is what? This whole green part is lamina. Yes. And what are these lines? What are these lines that are drawn on the leaf? These are veins. Yes. So how many parts are there? This is petiole. This is whole surface is lamina. Then this is the midrib, and these small structures come. These small design arrangement on the leaf are known as veins. So main four parts are there. Is it clear about the leaf? Hope it is clear. And after that we studied about the venation, parallel venation and the reticular. Means what is venation? Design that is on the leaf. This arrangement of veins on the leaf, on the surface of the leaf is known as venation, and venations are of two types, parallel venation and the reticulate venation. Parallel venation is what? When there is a parallel structure on the leaf, means they are parallelly arranged. Okay, and if they are not parallelly attached, means arranged, so that is known as reticulate venation. As you can see in this image, it is the reticulate venation, as and the leaf I am holding, it is having the parallel venation. So this we have studied today. Now in the next video we will study about the flower and its structure. Yes, in the flower also so many different parts are there, so we will explore them. Okay, be ready to explore more. Okay, till then watch the video and try to make your own notes. In the rough notebook you can make your own notes. Okay, till then, Sai Ram, take care, stay home.